What's up guys, this is Anthony and welcome to my show, Everything Practical. Today we will be looking at this very nifty and of course practical egg cutter for hard-boiled eggs. Now you might be thinking to yourself, why do I need an egg cutter when I have a knife? Well, this little egg cutter will help you perfectly prepare hard-boiled eggs to give you that neat and cool restaurant quality look. In this video, I will also be showing you a couple neat tips and tricks to help you prepare your eggs. Now without further ado, let's take it over to the kitchen and have a closer look at this neat little cutter. So first things first, when getting into cutting your hard-boiled egg, is to cook it. After you cook it, then you can cut it. Now if you've bought hard-boiled eggs from the store and you're not sure if they're good anymore, you need to check if they're good. How I like to check if my hard-boiled eggs are good, because I typically buy them from the store, is I like to get a glass of water and then I put my hard-boiled eggs into the bowl. Now you can see that they have all sunk to the bottom of the bin. Now if they're bad eggs, then they will float to the top and then you can just take it out and throw it away because it's a bad egg. Now that you know that your eggs are good, you need to take the shell off. Now there's a few different ways that everyone knows to take shells off, and I'll show you which one is my favorite. Now the first way, as I'm sure everyone knew growing up, is to take the egg and just smash it around on a plate, crack it up nice and well. And then once you have all of these cracks, you can just peel the egg. Now this works pretty well, goes pretty fast, but sometimes the egg gets stuck to the shell and you end up ripping off half of the egg. This time I did pretty darn good, I think. It's probably one of the best I've ever done. And you can take the egg and go over to the sink and rinse it off just a little bit to get any extra shell off. Now we have a perfect egg. Method number 2. The second method I know is to take a knife, take the egg, and then crack the egg around the outside. I saw this in a movie once and thought I would give it a try. So now that you have the crack going all the way around the egg, theoretically the egg just peels apart like this as well. Nice and easy. I have never peeled eggs so perfectly in my life before. This is just, wow, perfect. And then again, anyways, you want to take the egg, take it over to the sink, give it a little rinse to get any extra egg off, and then you have another perfect little egg. I can't believe that worked so well. And for method number 3, or 3. Now this third method is also pretty straightforward. If you have a glass jar of any type laying around your house, you can take it and then we open it up, and using the water that you used from before, you can fill it up enough to where the egg will fit inside, but not all the way up to the top, maybe around here. Then you want to take your egg, again, plop it in, and if you haven't tested your egg for goodness yet, then this is also a nice time to check, because if you put your egg into your glass and it floats up to the top, it's a bad egg. Don't eat that egg. Or if you're going to a friend's house that you don't like, then go ahead and eat that egg. And then we put this top back on and then we shake it. Shake, 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 shake. And after it's nicely good and shaken, you can open it up, put a plate in here, and then you take your egg out, and then you'll see that the shell just falls right off. Perfect. Now that we have our eggs shelled, we can go on to cutting the eggs. Now, the most conventional way that everybody knows is to use a little knife, take your egg, and you can cut it whichever way you want. One time this way, one time this way. Typically, we're cutting this way. You just give it a little slice, boom. Now, if you want half eggs for deviled eggs or just half eggs, this is the best way to cut your egg. But if you want to cut it in these perfectly little slices, you get quite the mess when trying to get these nice little restaurant style slice. This is just a disaster. So that's where our nice handy dandy kitchen cutter comes in. Now this is out of plastic, very durable, a very solid, thick piece of plastic, and it has these wires in here that will just cut straight through the egg. So let's clean up a little bit and then I'll show you how to use it. So here we are again, and we have our egg cutter here. If you can see, there's a little shape of an egg to put your egg in. You take your egg and it fits perfectly inside the egg cutter. And all you do is you flip this over and press it down. The egg is perfectly cut. Now, I know it looks like it's just sitting there, but you take this out and we can fan it out a little bit. And look at these beautiful, perfect slices of egg where the yolk just sits in perfectly. Let me show you a top view of this. Pretty awesome. Now, if you want the crumbles of the egg, then you can just do this twice. Put the egg in, give it a little cut, turn the egg 90 degrees. Oh, pop this back out. Put the egg in again, turn it 90 degrees, and give it another little slice. And now you have perfect egg crumbles. Look at these. These are very beautifully, perfectly cut egg crumbles. Now that we have our eggs cut, you might be wondering how you clean this. Now it's very simple to clean. You can see that there's not much egg left on here, just a little bit on the wires. But you can easily just rinse this off and it comes off right away, and then it's ready to go. If you want to use some soap and water as well with a little sponge, obviously that works perfectly as well. So now the only thing left to do is to eat the egg. I like a little bit of pepper, a little crunch of salt, and a little bit of paprika. And in she goes. So I hope you enjoyed my review of this cool little egg cutter, and I hope you also learned a couple new tips and tricks to help you prepare your hard-boiled eggs. If you did learn something new, let me know what you learned in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, click that like button to let me know. If you want to see more practical videos like this one, to where I show you some neat new devices, consider subscribing to the channel and also clicking the bell icon to receive notifications when I post new videos. As always, stay practical, and I'll see you in the next one.